Right, just as the hard shoulder ends, Welcome back, guys. Today's job, we are fitting the auxiliary radiator. It may not sound like much, but this little part is crucial. Without it, the engine can't cool properly. And that means I can't run the car without running the risk of it overheating. But we have one thing to do before we start on the auxiliary radiator, and that is pump the tyre up on the Bentley Continental, because we have a fitting at Halfords to fit a dash cam in 45 minutes. One slight problem, we have no fuel. The Bentley Continental has been dropped off at Halfords. We are heading back to the Range Rover SVR to get the auxiliary radiator fitted. Let's get started and wish me luck. This is the first proper job on this rebuild. And you know what? It feels good to finally be able to get my hands dirty. This looks like a perfect fit. So let's get this fitted. This is the part the guy from Range Rover said wouldn't necessarily fit because it is not an SVR type.
An SVR, which is a 5 litre, and that doesn't apply. Well, it doesn't.
Although it looks as if it will fit. So I am going to give it a go. But first we need to remove the front bracket. The tricky part is there's not much room in here. And because it's getting darker early, we only have a few hours to make it happen. This bracket is held in by 4 bolts. 1, 2, 7 on the other side, 3, 4. There were 2 more bolts right there and right there. So there were 6 in total for this bracket. And this should now come off fairly easy. Now I've got that off, I can get to the clips, what keep this clipped in. Can someone please explain the difference to me, as this one that comes off the SVR is £500. This one, £70. The guy on the phone, he said you need the same one for the SVR. This is for a Range Rover Sport, the lower spec. This is for an SVR. I don't see the difference. I'm gonna peel this away. And what does that say? 494. From the look of things, the SVR version compared to the standard spec version, there is no difference apart from a sticker. They look exactly the same. So I'm gonna fit this one. Let's go and get this fitted on. That doesn't look any different to me, so we are going with that. Any stiff bolt, put a bit of WD-40 on, that will help it go in a bit easier. First job down, next the radiator. We are gonna have to postpone because I've had a phone call from Halfords to say the dash cam has been fitted, so we need to pick that up, so let's go. We have picked up the Bentley. The dash cam is fitted, front and rear. What a belter. Now that we've got the camera fitted in the Bentley, we can get on to the auxiliary radiator. While I have been taking apart the old frame, I've found a part that I have not got. I'm gonna have to find that on eBay and get it ordered. I am gonna have to postpone the build for today. I've ordered a new part, so hopefully it will come by tomorrow morning. Then we can get this fitted in and be able to start the car up. Day 2 of trying to get this auxiliary radiator onto the Range Rover, and it has just started to rain. We have had a delivery and this is not going well. We have got the second air deflector, but one problem, it's broken again. Big shout out to the company that provided the part because they refunded me with no hesitation, and I taped the part up and used the part on the car, which worked. Now that we've got all this tight and secure, we can now fit these coolant pipes all together on the top and the bottom, and we'll be able to put some coolant in. This is one of those moments where every clip, every bolt matters. If this isn't sealed right, coolant leaks out, and then we are back to square one. There we go, sealed perfectly, and honestly, that was a fight. This right here is a clamping hose. What you do, you get the clamp, you pop it into this contraption, and you basically pinch, and it will release the hose and make it bigger. We needed this on nice and secure because when the system pressurizes and the clip's not on properly, it could potentially pop off. Problem number 2, the hose clip is too small. So I'm gonna head over to Screwfix, find a replacement, come back and fit it. In the meanwhile, we are gonna fit the headlight bracket. It is time to fit the air deflectors. On the way to pick up some coolant along with that radiator hose. Without the radiator hose, we cannot put any coolant in. We're gonna hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Hopefully they have it in stock. These are them. Personally, they look way too big. Second stop off for coolant. Once we get this, we can fill her up and then we can see if she starts. I've picked up all of the supplies, but we are running out of light. So I will need to finish all of the jobs tomorrow. Good news, the radiator is fully fitted apart from a clamp on this hose. I have used one of these silver clamps. Can someone let me know in the comment section down below, are you allowed to use these clamps in opposed to the traditional ones? Will this Range Rover Sport start up first time? Today is the day that we find out if all the work that we have done has actually worked. We are gonna fill Robin up with coolant. We're gonna see if any leaks are happening, and hopefully the coolant light will go off on the dashboard. So let's find out. I need to double check all my pipes and connections are done properly. So let me get onto that and then we can fill her up and get her started. There we have it. Coolant filled up, radiator in, clamps on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the moment of truth. Will we still have the coolant light on or will it disappear? We are about to start her up, see if we have any leaks, any problems. We may have some good news. The red warning light is turned to amber. I'm gonna put some pressure in that tire, see if that gets rid of the tire pressure light. We have an airbag sign on, engine light still on. There's no coolant light, although I am gonna wait, I'm gonna run it for a while and see if the temperature stays bang in the middle. Now, we don't seem to be having any leaks where any of the pipes are, so that is good news. I'm gonna put some pressure in the tire, see if we can get rid of more of those warning lights. No leaks, that's good. Looks all good from the top. That hasn't moved, so that's good. Whilst we are waiting, I'm plugging in the OBD reader to see if we can see any codes as to why the engine light is on. Let me know in the comment section down below if you know what any of these codes mean. I've been running it 5 to 10 minutes and the coolant seems to be doing its job. It's staying bang center, so the engine is not overheating. That is a really good sign. I just need to put my finger on all the other issues. Good news. Coolant seems to have worked. We are not overheating. We still have the engine light on and we still have a red warning light. I believe that might be down to the lights and some of the electronics aren't plugged in. That is what my theory is. We also have the airbag light on, so I'm gonna see what is causing that to light up. Yes. That is what we wanted to hear. Engine running, warning lights are off, and we have just had the red warning light completely gone off. So now all we have is the engine light and the airbag light. What a belter. We did it. The radiator is on, the coolant is filled, and Robin is one step closer to hitting the road again. This is starting to feel real now. And even better, listen to this engine. It is unreal. That sounds crazy. I've noticed the coolant has gone down slightly. I don't know if that is down to the system has taken some of the fluid, hence why it's gone down. Every time you fix one problem, you always get 2 more problems to resolve, but that is all part of the process. One step at a time and one step closer to getting Robin back on the road. Question for you guys, what's one repair job that nearly broke you, you pushed through anyway and got it done? Drop it in the comment section down below. I'll be reading through and replying to the best comments. You will be pleased to know. Next, we are going to be fitting the bumpers, the lights, all the trims. So stay tuned and see if I can do it. We are heading up to Jaguar Land Rover to pick up a loom wiring for the Range Rover because I have previously ordered the wrong loom. You would have thought Jaguar Land Rover would charge more than what you could find online, but I have to shout out to Jaguar Land Rover because their part is a lot cheaper than anything I have found online. So we're heading up to Coventry Land Rover. So let's get Batman up and running and let's get over to Jaguar Land Rover. So, just as the hard shoulder ends, long story short, because I didn't want to film on a busy motorway, bolts on the wheels weren't tightened and they were one turn away from the wheel coming completely off. I'm going to check out the car because it's still making a little knocking noise. What a challenge that was. I've never experienced anything like that in my whole entire life. The good thing, we are here at Jaguar Land Rover Coventry and we are here to get the wiring loom for the SVR. Let's head inside, let's get this item and then let's get home because I think I need a rest. This, I believe, is the SVR. So this one is pretty similar how I want my one to turn out. I do like the grey. It is a very nice, sleek colour. I want you to let me know which colour do you prefer out of the 2 SVRs, the grey one or this white one. We have got all the parts that we need. The guy was really helpful. He's printed out a diagram for me to work off and hopefully we can get the camera and all the sensors fitted correctly. I don't know. Anyway, let's head back and let's get this fitted. We have finally made it back. What an eventful time that was. Now, let's rewind. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you liked it, please hit a big thumbs up. Also, hit the subscribe button down below. Leave a comment what you'd like to see me tackle next on this SVR, or if I should go and start on the Batmobile. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. It needs to get worse before we can get better.